Hey everybody, and welcome to D1AL-ogue, the game where you crack android girls and open their back doors. I'm not even kidding, that's exactly what the game is. Don't try to hide it. But anyways, I don't usually play these types of games, but to be completely honest, every single Steam review, or at least the positive ones, was saying that it was similar to Va-11-HALL-A, a game that actually I really like. I'm a big fan of Va-11-HALL-A, aka Valhalla. But anyways, without further ado, let's get into it. Hello, Michelle. How are you doing over there? I seem to have gotten a bit used to life in Chroma City. Instead of the rising sun, I've started dividing my days by payment approvals and insufficient funds. The light monopolized by the Sunshine Corp has replaced the sun, and most things are solved with price tags. I wish beer was the only thing I had to pay for. Right, the price of beer went up again recently. Inflation. Everything is going up, except for two things, the sun and my income. But Michelle, everything comes at a high price, except for the value of labor. But I can find some stability, at least while I'm working. When I drifted here after we parted ways, I thought my incompetence was the reason for the breakup. And that thought still weighs me down. I can't say things are completely different now, but here, at least, while I'm holding on to my work, that weight lifts just for a moment, regardless of how much I earn. For that time, at least, I have the assurance that I won't collapse. The people I meet, the conversations we have, and what I've come to feel. I want to tell you about it. On the second floor of the commercial district, slightly away from the city center. Repair Clinic D1AL-ogue. A place where the outside noise recedes with just a few words of small talk. Don't criticize my naming skills, because in Chroma City, they give estimates for heartbreaks in charge of repairs. Oh, you got a broken-hearted man. It's Michelle! Lame. Oh, okay, that's the only thing you gotta say, okay. I said the name is totally lame. And Chris, did you have a beer? What's with the sentimental nonsense this early in the morning? I was thinking about a customer from yesterday, and I couldn't help it. He came in saying his portable virtual chip was stuck, and maybe it activated during repairs. But he started running around the room like crazy, swinging a leather belt at me. Thanks to him, my dial equipment almost bit the dust too. That's because you have such a shady and lame name. Only customers fitting that description would show up. Don't tell me. You're talking about the oasis of Chroma City, bathed in neon light. D1AL-ogue Repair Clinic? He has like some kind of pride. He has an ego about it. That's nice, that's nice. Our repair clinic is an all-around sanctuary that provides not just quick and accurate repairs, but also emotional stability through comfortable conversation. That shady name is exactly why Eve's needing repairs turn away from and go elsewhere. Emotional stability for Eve's? That feels like shady and more creepy. Is that what you call habitual? Is that why you habitually make Eve's wet themselves? Wait, what? To be precise, it's an act of discharging overheated coolant. Your phrasing is misleading. Same difference. What do you mean, same difference? You're probably the only one who describes it like that. Stop spouting nonsense so early and checking your equipment already. Oh wait, stop shouting nonsense already and checking your equipment already. Are you not opening for business today? You used to love stories like this. Even though you used to sing about wanting to become an Eve when you were little. Shut up. Seems like the hangover from yesterday's beer is pretty bad. And, speaking of Eves, why don't you replace our outdated equipment in your repair clinic? Using the dial and diesel, using the dial when diesel is already out is disrespectful to them. What you're overlooking is the DXAL equipment is strictly specialized for diagnosis. The diagnostic performance was so good on the first generation that even the 5th generation out, it hasn't improved dramatically. Then what's the difference? The main advancements are in unit synthesis. Convenience in the synthesis process, overclocking synthesized parts, firmware modification, etc. However, I can make up for the dial's lagging synthesis performance purely with a touch of my fingertips. That's actually kind of impressive. Crucially, if I upgrade to the newer generation, why, is there an extra subscription fee? There would be no point in having registered the business as D1AL-ogue. It's all because of the name. It's all because of the name. ... You don't seem to get it. A little wit breeds vitality into a weary life. And also, seeing this strangely named repair clinic operating normally, I guess your skills really are unquestionable. Then, it should be a breeze if I suddenly test you with a standard DXAL practical level 1 mock maintenance, right? What? No. Practice repair. Prove Michelle wrong about your skills. It's been a while since I took the last mock maintenance. Let's take it step by step. I already know all this. Oh, we can skip the tutorial or do it. I'm gonna do the tutorial. Accept request. Me personally, I'm the guy who like does the tutorial, but only sometimes. You can check the damage spot on dial that currently needs repair. Hover onto a damage spot to show the required unit. Click the red button to proceed. Sure. First, let's select the damage spot to fix. Dial consists of 4 layers and 6 indices. Each module can be dragged onto swap places with adjacent modules. Aligning 3 or more modules in a row synthesizes a higher tier unit. Moving modules using Dial's battery. Click the battery. Okay. If the battery is empty, you cannot move. Right-click to cancel the move. The battery recovers upon complete or cancel. Try moving modules to synthesize the higher tier unit. Sure. Oh, and then right-click to redo. So I want to move this over here to line up 3, right? Yeah. Continue with synthesis overcharges the battery. When charged enough, battery capacity increases. Check the current damage spot and required units on the right panel. Hover over damage spots to check the required unit. It's like this. Oh, the required unit is the red target, so I move this over here. Yeah, okay. Placing the required unit at the spot activates a swap button. Press the swap. Okay. So we're playing Bejeweled, but it's like in a weird orientation. And we just have to like get certain like symbols. The swap went well without issues. Alright, select the next damage spot to continue. This time, the units needing replacement are attached consecutively. I see. So I have to have all 3 of them inside. Placing units like that synthesizes a higher tier unit. In this case, we must swap units 1 by 1. You can repair using a high tier unit, so it's okay even if you synthesize by mistake. Now let's swap the required models 1 by 1 to complete the maintenance. Alright. So we go over here. Oh wait, 1 above, sorry. Take that out. Drag this up, take it out. Go over here, synthesize, and we take it out as well. Now, let's select the final damage spot. The last spot requires a high-grade unit, yet let's use Dial's functions this time. Dial's special functions this time. There's a gauge bar at the bottom left of the dial. Ooh. This charges a specific type of gauge when 4 or more modules are synthesized. Click the charge gauge, then a module to convert its type. Right-click to cancel. If you make a mistake or feel stuck, press the restart button to try again. Click the restart button to proceed. Sure. Use the gauge to repair the changing types. Or repel while changing types. Okay, so what I want to do, I think, first is get this type. Or I guess... They said use the gauge, right? Not like that. I clicked on it, and now I can't click anything else. No, reset. Try this again. Yeah, we don't need one of these. Some of that. I can't get the gauge again. Like, I even tried resetting, but it doesn't give it to me. I'm not skipping, though. Alright, let's just try to do this normally, then. Or, like, without the gauge. I do want to learn the gauge, though. Oh. Synthesized 5 models, or modules at the same time. Nice, nice. Over here. Up here. Okay, so the blue is almost in there too. So that's quite nice. Do some of this. Some more blue. A little bit of red. Press the submit buttons to complete the maintenance. No, I wanna use the thing first. I have 3 of them now. No, whatever. Fine. I'll learn it later. Satisfied now? That's really amazing. Honestly, I knew you ran a repair clinic, but I didn't know you were this skilled. Even with the latest diesel equipment, it wouldn't be this fast for a level 1 mock maintenance. I see you in a new light. Nah, this is nothing. If you want to attract Eve customers to this strangely named repair clinic of yours, I can't tolerate a single maintenance error. First impressions are the most important wherever you go. If you care so much about the first impressions, why don't you erase that suspicious slogan on the front door? Besides, he's completely ignoring, okay. Besides, there needs to be comfort during the repair process for them to feel emotionally stable and open up. I just can't understand that creepy philosophy of yours. I should probably start opening up shop now. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Finally done. Parts move count, repair time, pretty long, but it's okay. Finally done. Maybe it's because of the beer I had yesterday, but it feels a bit stiff. Oh, that's Michelle. I see. Okay, save. And they have saves. Amazing. Hello, Chris. 1 second. I want to check my SNS. Unidentified component found. Alright. Buff Girl O'Hara, huge peaks. You know what? We'll do Chris first, and then we can see. What the heck is all this, man? Then we can check out the SNS. Welcome. This is Repair Clinic Dialogue. Hey, Chris. Pray. Ah, Pray. What brings you here at this hour? What about your cafe shift? Are you watching the popular shows airing these days? Buff Girl O'Hara? ... What are you talking about all of a sudden? Are you watching it? I do watch it every week, but... Then this will be quick. In yesterday's episode, do you remember the scene where O'Hara smashed Miss Blind with a magical pile driver? O'Hara rarely gets pushed into a corner, so seeing her fight back with a double nosebleed and crush Blind's neck for the comeback was quite a twist in many ways. That's exactly it. What's exactly it? What exactly are you trying to say? A villain showed up at her shop, and they look like they desperately need that pile driver. I knew you'd understand. Wait, you want me to punch someone? You want me to punch someone in the face? I only understood that you have a difficult customer. Could you speak a bit more clearly? They say he's a bigwig from Sunshine Corp. He claims his mere visit is a favor to this crappy shop, and threatened that he can turn off all the neon shines in the district with a single word. A different routine every day. I envy how today is unlike yesterday. Shut up! Anyways, thanks to that big shot, I would spend nothing but new stability officer faces all morning. Those guys are hard to find when you actually need them, but they swarm like rats for this. I thought there was a terrorist attack or something. So that's what happened. What brings such a person to the backwater like this? ... I don't know the details, but it seems he came to negotiate with the manager of this commercial district. Something about increasing the neon shine subscription fees around here starting next month? That's pretty bad for us, isn't it? And removing the free neon shine streetlights. Controlling the light. His actions are just like Miss Blind. See why I brought up Buff Girl? If Miss Blind has appeared in reality, then a magical pile driver isn't out of the question either. Yeah. Can you go and try it? So you want me to, like, pile drive this guy into the wall? It's way out of my expertise and job description. But I can mimic it. I knew it. I wanted to pour coffee on his face. But now I feel a bit better. Right, and if you're really going to try it, be careful. The security's intense. You'd get arrested just for keeping your hands in your pockets. Then again, today, a secret power will remain hidden. What are you talking about? Anyways, raising subscription fees is a pretty big deal. I was thinking of subscribing to a hologram figure for my lonely room. Don't you already have one? It's like right there. But with the increased fees, it'll be tight. Same here. Really? Eves are relatively free from LDS. So do you really need to subscribe to Neon Shrine? It's only relatively free. If our condition worsens, data loss occurs. And we could have problems more serious than humans. Plus, I've got someone to look after. ... You mean Remy? Remy is family. It's a cat. Hey, cats are family! Does being a cat mean it can't be family? Yeah, come on, Chris, come on! You better watch your words in front of our Remy. Prey showed her claws, adopting an aggressive cat-like stance. Please forgive me. I'll make an exception this time. Because I'm generous. Anyways, if the subscription fee goes up, I'll have to give up on the item I was planning to buy. What were you thinking of getting? Buff Girl collaboration merch, of course. They're doing a collaboration with a neural simulation unit for the Eves. They announced that pre-orders will start on the day of the last episode airs. The things people come up with. What do you mean, the things people come up with? This collaboration product is amazing. They said when the empathy unit activates and overloads, it shakes your cognitive abilities, creating an illusion of transforming. It's basically another way of saying you must buy this. What on earth does that even mean? I'm not really sure, Chris, I'm gonna be honest. I'm assuming they get like some kind of high from it. And aren't the expressions shakes cognitive abilities and illusion of transforming seriously suspicious? Okay, you got me there. You're making such a fuss over nothing. Besides, considering the chips you usually use, I don't think you're in the position to talk. What do you say? Those are legitimately released VR chips, you know. I didn't even put them there for you to see. You just looked at them on your own. I have no intention of respecting your tastes. But if I may give you a piece of personal advice, in a repair clinic where Eves are the main customers, displaying chips with covers showing Eves and humans getting intimate doesn't seem like a very good choice. So those are like literally XXX tapes. That's crazy. I just put frequently used items where they're easy to see. Chris, we know who you are. We know who you are, Chris. We know who you are. It's inevitable in a workshop with a lot of tools. I feel like I just heard some terrible information. If you're lonely, why don't you find a lover? I'm sorry, but... Okay, I'm sorry. Prey apologized quickly. It was as if she didn't want to hear it. No. Did she foresee what I was going to say? And can I ask for a simple repair? I need to create an excuse to tell the boss. Sure, repairs are always welcome. Prey request. Create an excuse for Prey's absence. Oh wait, we're breaking her? Wait, what? But anyways, let's look at the SNS. Do they have anything else, by the way? No. Options, messages. Still just Michelle. Michelle's our ex, right? Or am I already forgetting stuff? Ah, whatever. Let's see. Exclusive unidentified component found. Neo-catalyst design mismatch controversy. Author, The Noise. Controversy is erupting after an unidentified molecular component not listed in the official blueprints was discovered in discovered in the nanocatalysts mandatory inoculated into Chroma City citizens. In addition to the identification and data collection, nanocatalysts perform the core function of forcibly including serotonin secretion in reaction to the neon shine to prevent LDS, light deficiency syndrome, caused by the sunlight deprivation. So that's what she was talking about. Precise molecular analysis of recent extracted nanocatalyst samples confirmed the presence of an unidentified element non-existent in the standard specifications released by authorities. While Chrome City authorities maintain it as merely an impurity generated during the catalyst staging, their passive response, failing to provide technical evidence to support the claim, is only amplifying suspicions. Okay, so yeah, there's like some kind of like LDR, or not LDR, LDS happening inside of their like product. Okay. The new dawn for the Eve maintenance. I gotta find a way to say these things without like saying D6AL. I'm just gonna call them like dials, but then like add a number at the end, okay? That's what I'm gonna do. Dial 6 unveiled. Fully automated process. Last night, Sunshine Dispatch. Last night, the 13th, Sunshine Core unveiled the Dial 6, a 6th-generation architecture diagnostic lens to move away from traditional manual mechanic work to fully automate the maintenance process. This new product eliminates cumbersome manual synthesis and part replacement. It features proprietary real-time autonomous calibration technology that minimizes human intervention, maximizing system precision and maintenance efficiency. Sunshine Core stated that introducing Dial 6 will replace outdated imperfect maintenance methods and enable immediate data-driven system recovery and optimization. So you're telling me a company's trying to like make it so that everything's automated and they're definitely going to steal that data, right? 100%? 100%? I don't trust that company. No. Give me the human aspect, okay? Give me the human aspect. I don't want your Dial 6s. I don't want your Dial 6s. I'm not allowing those inside my house. Buff Girl O'Hara, hype peaks. Neural network unit. Orgasm buff. Is that really what we're calling? That's crazy. Released. Author, WMP. Waifu Maiden Press. Can I play this on YouTube? I think I can play this on YouTube. Whatever. We're gonna keep going. The hit series Buff Girls O'Hara, currently ranking #1 in streaming charts and real-time interest, is reaching peak hype ahead of its finale on February 3rd, capitalizing on the show's success. The distributor unveiled the collaboration custom unit, Orgasm Buff, set for their official release on February 4th, the day after the finale. The Orgasm Buff draws attention with a design inspired by O'Hara's Champion belt. Notably, it replaces traditional manual operation with an automated sympathetic nerve stimulation function via the feedback loop. The product features forced phonetic neural network update technology to control system overhead? Okay. Caused by continuous sympathetic stimulation. I'm gonna just assume that Buff Girl O'Hara is like some kind of like wrestling anime. Or maybe like Android Girl Boxing Ring or something. Especially with fans like that. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? Anyways. Let's go back to praise request. Accept request. Okay. Now we crack your back open. And it's spread. Alright, let's go. 5 out of 5 batteries. Let's start with this one. So what do you need? You need 2 dots. You need 2 red dots to be more particular. Go over here. Nope. No. Cancel that. Yeah, let's do some of that. I didn't want all of these, but okay. Understood. Go over here. And I do want to try using these. Okay, so this is blue now. So if I touch this, then it turns blue. Okay, so if I have three things on this gauge on the left, then it turns blue. Alright. That's understandable. But I don't really need blue, I need red. So if I move you over here, I can press the middle and get one of these, and move over you right here, and I can press the middle and get one of these. Don't you think the name Neon Shine is super tacky? Like a middle-aged man trying to look cool. I agree with that part. It sounds like a name where they changed one syllable from neon sign and celebrated themselves for being extremely witty. It's really a comedy that the person agreeing with that has a repair clinic with the name just as bad. My clinic is fine! My clinic is okay! ... Anyways, let's continue. We need one more red dot. Okay. We can move over here, yeah. She said you idiot, be gentle. I saw some dialogue on the left. Dialogue? Whoa! No, anyways. What exactly does the simulation from the empathy unit feel like? I only learned about it in theory, but I was curious since I never felt it myself. It's similar to humans. If humans feel it through muscle contraction, blood flow changes, and hormone secretion, for Eves, that's just replaced with by the empathy unit. Simulating this directly gives us quite a pleasurable feeling. So, is it like an orgasm? Chris, you can't be asking these things. It doesn't match exactly, but it's probably the closest thing. ... Then what about the collaboration merch you mentioned earlier? I was just curious about how it feels like to transform. Oh. They say power surges through you. Sure, whatever. Don't sure whatever that. You know you watch Ohara as well. I got that context clue. Don't try to like pass that by me. I do want to pay attention to what she is saying inside the right hand side though. Let's do one of these. What? Huh. Though I'm getting a little bit distracted to be completely honest. Let's go over here. Just get to some more stuff out. You idiot, be gentle. Okay, maybe I shouldn't be reading that. Maybe I shouldn't be reading all that. Anyways, all done. There were no major issues. Wow, my stiff back feels completely refreshed. Is this what it feels like when Ohara purifies her body with brief seed? Is it okay to mention my crude repair in the same breath as something so noble? Crude? You're too strict on yourself. No one around here can match your skills. Enough, pray. Save that talk for after you buy me a beer. You make a fuss even when I compliment you. What a personality. I noticed earlier your power unit was screaming again. Aren't you overworking yourself lately? Must be because of a lot of zombies have been gathering in front of the shop lately. They've practically set up a camp there. Zombies? You mean flicker patients high on drugs. Usually they just stumble around spouting nonsense. No, those are blackouts. So it's not defense zombies, I understand. It's a state where even radical methods like electronic drugs can't prevent damage from the frontal lobe and neural network. You can consider their ego and personality data virtually destroyed. Lately, the media seems to just call them zombies instead of LDS patients. I've been here for a while, but I just thought they were drug addicts. Drug addicts are probably better off than them. Jeez. Aren't they both equally in the gutter? At least junkies have their infinite love for drugs left. Blackouts have worst. Yeah, they have basically nothing then. Infinite love. Seeing them throw away family, lovers, and property without hesitation, isn't that the perfect expression? It's like, if it's not you, the world doesn't matter. Truly an impossible devotion. In contrast, blackouts are like empty shells with even their desires gone. They wander around following the light by instinct. And when they find neon shine, they swarm like gnats and won't leave. Chasing light suggests they still have at least minimal desires left. If you saw them, you'd think I'm exactly right. They aren't moving to find light. It's just that that's the only stimulus left they can react to. If they crawled around looking for light normally, maybe you'd be right. Of course, they would become something even more terrible. As I recall, the shop you work for has a floor-to-ceiling glass window on one side. Right, and clearing away the gnats that gathered there is one of my daily tasks. That's probably because of the 80% of my power unit overloads, or probably the cause of them. And the other 20% is because of the idiot removing streetlights. Exactly. Every day must be tough. It gives me a headache just thinking about how much together it's going to get, or tougher it's going to get. You know that? Happiness and unhappiness are influenced more by future events than present. Wasn't that a study on human psychology? Humans and Eves are pretty much the same. Do you realize that statement conflicts heavily with your critique of my taste before the repair? I come back here because I respect it. Oh, she respects small businesses! W. My head feels like exploding as it is. Do you have to make me say useless things? If you plan to keep wrecking me to rip off repair fees, better be prepared. I'm sorry, customer pray Emery. Stop joking. I have to go now. Even a justified absence is a problem if it drags on. I don't want to get fired because of some zombie rubbing my face against a glass window. By now, the streetlight idiot should have left the shop too. You're sharp. Good sense as always. It was a pleasant conversation today, Prey. Me too. See you later, Chris. Prey hurriedly left the door with a few quick steps. It seems she spent more time than expected, distracted by the chat. It's already time for lunch. Let's take a break. Target moves, part count, fusion count, repair time, cool. Right? Ooh, wow, seriously amazing. What did you just do to my back? I feel light as a feather. Awesome. Alright, I'll do the rest of the day, I guess. Or maybe just, like, right over here. And Eve stood before me, though there was no sound of the door opening. How the heck did you come here? Despite her polite attitude and likable first impression, I couldn't feel quite at ease. All Tyndalls. Tyndalls? TNDLS models are government-affiliated Eves, usually distinguishable by their department mark. I don't really see the department mark, but I'm just gonna trust you on this one. But I couldn't see any mark on the Eve before me, nor was there any other way to confirm her affiliation. Okay, so there is no mark. Of course, nothing official in Chrome City was particularly trustworthy, but I reacted unusually sensitively to that mark. Ray says that I look at the mark with eyes of a sinner, which probably isn't polite behavior towards a customer. Before we start, excuse me, but I have to ask what specific purpose you are specialized for. If it's military, private maintenance is illegal. Ah, you wouldn't mind since I'm not wearing protective gear on my day off. I am Orca O'Hara, from Urban Recovery Agency of Chrome City. You can just call me Orca for short. Although designed for rescue and disaster recovery operations, I'm a model equipped with multi-purpose functions like other Eves to reduce citizen aversion. Rescue. You have quite an ordinary appearance for someone deployed into rough sites. In fact, it wasn't an ordinary appearance. Rescue specialized Tyndalls. I'm just gonna call them Tyndalls. Rescue specialized Tyndalls models possess an appearance generally considered beautiful to reduce aversion. That's because we mostly rely on external equipment. The design direction of the model also has the motto Universal Fit. Unlike how it looks, there are many places to attach external equipment. This is for attaching the powered exoskeleton during the entry. This is the instantaneous thrust engine, and the tail part. It was quite embarrassing to watch her lift up parts of her body, here and there, to introduce the model. But Orca seemed unaware of it and chatted excitingly for, several minutes. How is it? I understand very well that it's not military. Besides that? Nothing. I was just trying to apologize for being rude earlier, out of surprise. Of course that wasn't it. Really? I didn't feel it was that rude. That's because kind people are rare towards government-affiliated E's. If you thought I was similar to others, then that's normal. That makes sense. What kind of maintenance are you here for? I was recently assigned here, so I need to submit an inspection confirmation by tomorrow. There aren't any major problems, so it shouldn't take too long. It looks that way, but you never know until you check. I'll boot up the maintenance console, so please wait a moment. Dot dot dot. 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 Ahem. Perhaps because everyone is preparing for Polar Night Day, the streets are intensely lively, aren't they? Oh, so you came here because you want the conversation, didn't you? Polar Night Day. One of the Chroma City's prides, and the prides of the prides. A holiday unique to the city and a festival ground. I had even forgotten that it wasn't far off. It's a holiday unique to the city. Did you come for sightseeing before? You don't have to say it if it's hard to talk about. No. A few years ago, I visited Chroma City due to a support request. It just happened to be Polar Night Day. There was a support request even to nearby citizens? Yeah, back then I was working in Luminance City, located below Chroma City. It was complete chaos. The violence and confusion amidst the cheers of the festival were shocking, even to me. A hologram paranorma covering the sky, and below it, explosions mixed with smoke. It must have been terrible. Yeah, screams mixed with beautiful night views and hopeful music are quite shocking. The show went off as if indifferent to the tragedy. And most of the crowd was too intoxicated by the festival to even know what was happening. The organizers, who knew about the accident, went along with it too. It was probably because of the budget. The hologram panorama called Chromatic Zenith is one of the Chroma City's prides. They say it's for the citizens' sense of belonging. But they pour an astronomical budget into it because it's the event that generates a huge tourism revenue. Too much money had already been poured in to cancel it just because of an accident. So it's about money. Excluding talk of budget and compensation, all that's left in the Chroma are patients. Not that I like it, but it's unavoidable reality. Dot dot dot. That's sad. I'm sorry. I unintentionally said something depressing. It's just reality. Nothing is as boring as realistic talk. Living day by day, whether you like it or not, is reality. Even an interesting show gets boring if you watch it hundreds of times. So it's hard for the story of the day, repeated thousands of times, to be interesting. It's natural to be drawn to stories of vacation, escapades, or figures brought on impulse. Rather than talk about neon shine subscription fees or utility bills. I can't accept it rationally, but I have to empathize experimentally. Most hobbies are, after all, escapes from ordinary daily life. That's why people go crazy for Polar Night Day. Or Polar Day Night. No, Polar Night Day, I was right. and tourists visiting from the other side of the globe to see the chromatic zenith. Because the coming tomorrow isn't enjoyable because they're all tired of reality. They close their eyes and ears and force themselves to shout that they're happy now. Wanting to run away from pain is one of the human instincts. ... question mark? Oops, I sounded creaky like my dial equipment again. 0 points for the sales pitch, right? Sometimes creaking sounds make you feel alive, whether human or machine. But, by any chance, are you doing maintenance with the first generation dial? Don't worry too much. She's very worried. I've safely repaired the Tyndall's models several times with this rugged friend. Why does the word safely sound so scary? Oh, the dial's ready. Shall you begin? Orca's request. Orca's regular inspection. I just want to see the SMS. The noise. No, this is the same thing. Okay, so they don't change. Similarly to Valhalla, the I guess you could say the press doesn't change very much in between days. Okay, noted. Oh my god! Anyways, I'm gonna stop commenting. Y'all never saw that. Must have been the wind, you know what I mean? Anyways. Let's go over here. So we need 2 yellow pieces. Alright. Scroll this. Cancel that? I can't cancel that. Oh no. That's alright. Get this over here. Alright. And they're still going in. And they're still going in. So I can't really do much, but it's alright. Place this over here. Slide this to the right. Tap. Drag this up here. Okay. Yep. That's a lot of things that are going down, but need here. It's kind of maintenance. It's my first time. No comment. Alright. I've completed the unit replacement for that part. Now is it? Please feel free to tell me if there's any discomfort or awkwardness. No, it's much more comfortable than I thought. No, my worries before the maintenance were pointless. It actually feels smoother than the 5th generation dial. That's a relief. But should I say it tingles? It keeps throbbing. Please be a little gentler. This area is densely packed with neural elements. It's very sensitive. Oh dear, I'm clumsy because it's been a while since I maintained a Tyndall's. I'll try to be as gentle as possible. Alright, so we need 3 of these, 3 yellow bits. Don't have any yellow bits, like there's literally 0 here, but that's okay. Take some of these, 2 yellows over here. I guess we can change one of the blue ones? No, we don't really need to be honest. I don't think so. Oh, wait. Wait, we got one of them? It's kind of maintenance. It's my first time. Oh, we do have one of them. It's up there. Let's just do this for visual flair. You know what I mean? Just do 2 at once. Anyways. I guess we can slide you over here, slide you down here, and slide you back up here. And move you over to the position. After everything, like, you know. Yeah, okay. Each of those models has 1 unique organ, right? That's right, because each model specializes in a different purpose. I've often seen animal ears or reverse joint types, but this is the first time seeing a tail. The Eves on the Scarlet Response Unit under the Urban Recovery Agency to which I belong are all Tyndall's models. And we all have tails like me. That's fascinating. Usually, what is this tail used for? In our case, we mainly use it to clear broken debris. Or break down walls to enter. For something used for such rough purposes, didn't you say it was a sensitive part earlier? The external armor is a high-strength special alloy, so it's fine to be on the field. When opened internally for maintenance, it's almost defenseless. Dot dot dot. I'm sorry. I'll be careful to work more delicately. Alright, last one. Last repair. Guess over here? Yeah. I'm gonna turn this red one blue and try to drag it in. Just so then I have more space to work with. Right here. Scroll this up. Scroll this to the side, tap it, and we're in. Alright. As you said, it was a regular checkup. And there were no major problems, so it finished quickly. Crazy phrasing. Must have been the one. Oh, that unknown heavy feeling that was dragging me down has disappeared. No, it's more than that. It's refreshing. Manager, you have quite an interested look in your face right now. Orca's reactions were so vivid that I focused without realizing it. I'm glad you're satisfied. I should be thanking you. It feels similar to that unique sensation when speeding through the city center on a bike. Roaming Chroma City while you're feeling the wind directly. You have a bolder hobby than I thought. Yes. In Luminance City, my hobby was riding a bike to get some air off on my days off. I don't have a car in the first place, and I like bikes. And I've heard the openness of a bike to the enclosed space of the car. That peculiar stimulation where the gaze of others mixes into the liberating feeling of being open on all sides. It feels really good. ... Every hobby has its own taste. I apologize for the roughness during the maintenance. No. It's just because I'm particularly sensitive compared to the same model. Because you kept talking to me in between, I felt reassured at the end of it, and it didn't hurt at all. And my body feels completely lighter too. I can endure this much for this level of effect. Orca suddenly started stretching her body here and there as if to show off. A careless eve in a narrow space. As long as she doesn't bump into anything, it's not a bad view. What? Actually, I didn't mind too much. I just replaced a few neural units to suit the environment lacking photonic data. You mean because there's a lack of light? Exactly. Both humans and Eves cannot live without sunlight. That's why subscribing to Neon Shine is practically essential in Chroma City. So that's why my colleagues asked if I subscribe to Neon Shine. Because unless it's Chroma, you won't have problems due to the lack of light. They made survival the paid service. Chroma claims it's the same logic as food being paid. Someday we might even get billed for breathing. Still, Eves are a bit better off. Humans can fall into depression if Neon Shine is cut off for just 2 days. They called it LDS, right? Correct. It stands for Light Deficiency Syndrome. Simply put, it's a disease caused by not receiving light. The body's signaling system gets tangled, and for Eves, noise accumulates in their photonic neural network. The depression and power drop you felt recently are probably due to this. My external equipment felt heavier than usual after coming to the city. It wasn't just my imagination. Body and mind are inseparable. Psychology inevitably changes according to the state of the body. It's funny for me, an Eve, to say this, but that's very mechanical. I think so too. But humans are similar, just a difference between metal and flesh. Most psychiatric drugs treat psychological problems by regulating hormones. And a medical measure called defibrillation is basically the same principle as rebooting a machine called human. Moving by electronic signals and psychological emotional judgments charging according to the hardware environment are also the same. Personally, I don't see any reason to distinguish between humans and Eves. If that philosophy created this repair shop, it's quite cool. Personal conversation is the core service of the D1AL-ogue. Anyways, you said today was your day off, right? That's right. It's been hectic with moving and dispatch calls for a few days, but finally it's a break. Actually, is there If there are no dispatches, it's mostly playtime. Moving alone sounds terrible. I agree with that, but it's over. Do you have any recommended places for a change of mood? She's gonna recommend her cafe, isn't she? I recommend the cafe on the first floor, the building opposite. Of course, of course. I I saw it coming here. The name started with Re. You mean Restrojan? Or Retrojan? What was that? Retrojan. The pronunciation is a bit odd. I'm gonna call it Retrojan, so I don't have to say Trojan. Or Re-Trojan. Is that Trojan from the Trojan horse? I'm gonna say yes, for your mind only. It's an unusual name for this place. Right, I heard from the owner that it's a combination of retro and Trojan virus. It contains the ambition to infiltrate retro trends like the Trojan virus into this flashy high-tech city. Wow, hearing that, the meaning sounds quite possible. It's a retro concept cafe that's hard to find these days. And drinking the owner's hand-drip coffee is the joy of my life. A retro concept in the city. Interesting. And one more thing. Avoid places with too many people. In this season, scenes of people are densely gathered. Often lead to the scenes being taken away by stability officers. Thanks for the advice, Chris. When the night gets too long, people tend to get sensitive. Even if they are stability officers. Thinking the city's stability officers, like police in other cities, is troublesome. Still, there's no harm in being careful. I should quietly enjoy this festive year-end atmosphere by myself. Have a good time, Orca. Thank you. See you next time. It's already evening. I should call it a day. Alright. Parts move, fusion count. Target moves was like 35. I got like below that. Nice, huge. Okay. Orca. It's already done? Oh my, your touch was so delicate, I didn't even realize I was being repaired. Huge. We're insane with that. Alright, I think I'm gonna end it there. This is gonna be a series, actually. It is a little bit risque in terms of my usual content, to be completely honest, but I'm enjoying the story. The story is actually quite nice, and I like visual novels. Don't at me. But yeah, I'm not sure if it's gonna be a daily series or how I'll release it. But I will be releasing it and placing it into a playlist that I will, I don't know, link inside the comments, probably? But anyways, as for right now, have a good morning, afternoon, and / or good night. And I hope you do, I hope you have a good one. See you, well, actually, before I say see you, sorry, 1 second. The game is also inside the description, like the game page, if you want to play it. It is a free game. This is a free game, literally free, D1AL-ogue. The game name will be inside the description. So if you want to play it for yourself, or even just add it to your library, you know, have it sit there for a little bit, feel free. Anyways, have a nice morning, afternoon, and / or good night, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.